Hello, this is Dr. Ryan with NetworkMarketingDoctor.com. I'm here with my good friend Frank Schmaeling. Frank Schmaeling here, I'll tell you a little bit about him. He's literally made millions of dollars inside the network marketing industry. Even outside the network marketing industry, he's run many successful businesses from telecom to laid fiber optics in Mexico down south. And you know, he's really been a serial entrepreneur his entire life. And he's certainly someone I look up to. And you know, Frank, I brought you here today to ask you a couple of questions. I know you have tons of insight, and inside of network marketing.
Right.
And from my understanding, in network marketing, you've only been involved with one company. Is that correct?
That's correct. Absolutely, yeah.
And that's kind of crazy, because for someone to make millions of dollars in a company, you see a lot of network marketers today. They're jumping around.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're going from this company to that company.
Right.
Some new deal opens up, and they're headed over there.
That's the truth.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone's looking for this golden goose, right?
Right.
And they don't seem to find that. They just keep moving through the industry, never make any kind of serious amounts of money, never make life-changing income for sure. And you, my friend, you've only been in one company.
Right.
and you've made it pretty big, made millions of dollars inside of one company.
Right.
Now, could you explain to everyone out there, what's the biggest differentiator between all these people who jump around, they've been in the industry 10, 15, 20 years, moving around,
Right.
never making anywhere big, and yourself, literally no network marketing experience, never been involved in the industry, and you still made it really big in your company. I believe top 10 in your company.
Yes.
Which is huge. So would you explain the difference between you and all of these people who are trying to make it, and you just being in your first company and making it really big?
Well, that's a great question, and I think we talked about it a little bit. Is to me, it's all about focus. I feel that a lot of people, because they are looking for that golden goose, and they're always jumping around. What's the next opportunity? What's the next, environment? Where can I be successful? Oh, it's always somebody else's fault. And so, as an individual, I'm big on acronyms, and so focus for me is really about following one course until successful. And so the most important thing you can do is stay focused on whatever company or service it is that you're working with. Because if you do that, over time, if you're listening and you're willing to be teachable, trainable, and coachable, you can be successful in any business.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is people have a tendency, exactly like I said, it's the grass is greener effect, right? They want to be successful, so they think that maybe they're in the wrong place. When in fact, it's probably the right place, they just don't see it. And so had they focused more and had they become a student and really understood that, they could have been successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And one thing I've always watched you, and the way you trained your team and worked with your team, and one thing I always saw, you have a really great business building system, the power of three. And I noticed that after you actually implemented this in your organization, it blew up.
Right.
I mean, you've had phenomenal results. Could you explain to everyone out there what the Power of Three is, how you implement it, what it's all about, and how it's enabled you to take your team and your organization to the next level?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So for me, I became a student of network marketing, right? So the previous question you talked about why have I been and been able to have success, and so I feel that the best way is to be teachable, trainable, and coachable. And in order to do that, you have to become a student. You have to understand what it is that you're trying to do. And so for me, I believe, and this is how the Power of Three was created, is the basis behind what is the most important things to help people be successful. And so for me, that is the system, that's the structure, and self-improvement. Because what I always try and teach and talk about is to be the best version of you.
Mm-hmm.
So many people are trying to be the best version of somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Work on yourself. And so those three pillars have been really the instrumental part. They're the pillars of Power of Three, but they've been the instrumental part in the growth of my organization and just the growth of business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what is the Power of Three, and how do you implement it through the organization?
So in any network marketing company, again, being a student, you try and figure out what is it that will duplicate.
Yeah.
So how do you get people to do what you're doing, but do it when you're not watching, right? So that it's duplicating. And so one of the things behind the Power of Three is we've created an action plan. And in the action plan, it's very systematic. And so following that structure, following that system allows people to be very successful because the process is duplicatable. And by doing that, that's what really has allowed us to have the growth that we've had and the success that we've had. And I feel that's a key contributor to my success, is because people can understand that. It takes the simplest way of how to build a successful business, and it allows anybody, whether or not you have network marketing experience or not, to be able to come in and build a successful business.
Absolutely. And earlier we were talking, you spoke about how network marketing is a personal development plan,
right,
with a compensation plan all attached together.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of us, we get started in network marketing, we go out there trying to sell the product.
Right.
We never work on ourselves.
Right.
We're pushing the product, we're pushing the service, we're trying to get it out there.
Right.
We're beating people down, we're stuffing it down their throats, right?
Been there.
Been there. And, I think we've all been there. And you think about that, and how important is personal development and working on yourself? Do people buy into the product or the service, or do they buy into you?
People buy into people.
Yeah.
I think that's my experience has been. It's more about you as an individual versus whether or not the product or the service is something that they'll probably do it and try it or use it because of the relationship that they have from you. But if you want to build a tremendous business and you want to be successful, people are buying into you, and that's what they see, that's what they read. So that's why I think personal development is probably one of the strongest and most important and critical criteria is, as I said before, becoming the best version of you. Mm-hmm. And by doing that, that's what allows you to be successful. If you have an ego, or if you don't want to really work on yourself, then I can promise you it's going to be very difficult to be successful in network marketing. But if you're willing to work on yourself, if you're willing to be teachable, trainable, and coachable, you can be very successful in network marketing.
Absolutely. Great advice there. And I think that's one of the biggest differentiators between professionals and amateurs. It's really that personal development.
It is.
Because the service stays the same, the product stays the same, the company stays the same.
Yes.
I mean, the people you're working with stay the same. The only thing that's different is you.
Right.
What's different to you, whether a beginner or an amateur, someone who's been in the industry 20, 30 years, is the difference in personal development, which ultimately leads to a difference in posture.
Understanding the mindset,
Mm-hmm.
right? Understanding what it is that you need to do in order to be successful. Well, the only way you're going to do that is by personal development. Because, if you don't work on yourself, if you don't understand where are my pitfalls, where's my weaknesses, what can I get better at, how can I evolve? I remember my 7th grade class. This will be pretty funny. But I remember my 7th grade class. I walked in. It was my earth science teacher, and his name was Tom Dowd. And he was laying on the table, and he was screaming the same statement: life. What is the meaning of life, right? And so we were kind of 7th grader. You kind of freaked out by that. I was like, what the heck is this guy? This guy's a hippie from Vietnam. He's out there. But what he was trying to get us to understand was that there's these components of life, and the importance of that is that one of them is you have to evolve, and you have to be understanding that in order to evolve, you have to work on yourself. So this was at 7th grade. Mm-hmm. So this was kind of my first wave of personal development, was from my science teacher. Wow. In 7th grade, explaining to us that, listen, if you want to be, it doesn't matter what you do in life, but if you want to be successful in life, you have to learn to evolve, and you have to work on yourself, and just worry about being the best version of you.
Wow, that was powerful. So, evolve or die.
Yeah, that's he talked about love. He talked about being inspirational. He talked about having faith, and then he talked about evolving. I mean, it was literally personal development in 7th grade.
That's crazy.
I didn't know it at the time, but it was just like, oh my gosh, that's like, thinking back, I'm blown away by my high school or middle school science teacher was giving me personal development. I just wasn't receiving it. But now, as an adult and looking back and really understanding the value of personal development, I'm like, oh my gosh, he was a visionary.
Well, that's powerful. I mean, I wish I had a hippie teacher in 7th grade.
He was awesome. That was awesome.
It took me a while to figure it out. So Frank, for everyone out there, some closing remarks, anything you want to share with everyone out there that may be listening?
I would say this. You gotta listen to Dr. Ryan. I mean, he's a celebrity, so I'm excited every time I get to see him. But really, the most important thing I could say and share with you is that personal development can be the key to your success. And if you understand that, and if you understand the value and the return on your investment by working on yourself, is immeasurable. Because not only will it help you in network marketing, but it'll help you in life, and it'll allow you to live the dreams that you want to live. So that's what I would say is my nugget of gold.
Wow. Wow, that is powerful. Well, listen, Frank, we really appreciate having you on. Appreciate you adding value to everyone out there.
Pleasure.
And guys, we look forward to seeing you guys in the byways and highways of the world. So this is Frank Schmaeling, $1 million network marketing professional, killing the industry. Super excited to have him today. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Appreciate it. My pleasure.